Hello and welcome back to the three major barriers that keep smart people stuck, frustrated, and unable to catch a break. I'm Carol Carter from Get Thrival Training and Consulting. Barrier number one we tackled was the dreaded comfort zone. We moved on to barrier number two, what's in your box. If you want links to either one of those videos, you can check down below this video. You should see them there. Moving on to barrier number three that keeps smart people stuck, frustrated, and unable to catch a break. Fear. There's lots of different kinds of fears that can keep you stuck, but they all show up the same way. So think of a time when you had to do something that was absolutely terrifying. Most people are afraid of public speaking. So the first time you got up in front of an audience and had to deliver a speech. I know even years after I delivered my first one, I got up in front of a group of my peers, people that I had known for a long time. I was to speak I had 3 minutes. I had an outline of the things that I had to cover. No problem. I got up there. And as I'm speaking, I'm looking around the room, and people had been there for a while. So I saw a lot of arms crossed, a lot of faraway stares, and some people looking at me with this little line in the center of their forehead. And I started thinking, what are they thinking about me? In fact, I was thinking more about what they were thinking about me and perceiving, maybe they're judging me, maybe they don't like me, rather than thinking about the value I was there to deliver in those 3 minutes. And I started shaking. I started sweating. I swear they could probably see my heart moving from the back of the room. I wanted somebody to cut a hole in the floor so that I could just drop through. Could not wait to get back to my seat. You know what that was? The fight or flight response, which serves a great purpose if you are out in the jungle and a saber-toothed tiger leaps out of the bushes at you. You don't want to think. You want to either fight the tiger or run like a crazy person. So your body is designed to keep you safe. When it perceives there is danger, 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 risk, 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 it wants to get you out of there, or it at least wants to help you save yourself. So it throws all this adrenaline into your system, which gets you ready to fight or run away. And then it throws a whole pile of cortisol in your system so you don't think about it. This does not serve you when you are standing in front of a group of your peers trying to act like a normal human being. And it doesn't serve you when you're about to do really brave things in your business and set enormous goals for yourself that are completely out of your comfort zone. But here you are. Remember that homeostasis, and you fluctuate between your highs and your lows. Your highs are those exciting times when you're moving forward and everything's interesting, and your lows are the time that you take to regroup and recharge your batteries. Those tranquil, calm times. You just put it in hyperactivity, and your brain goes danger, 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 and starts doing what it's supposed to do, which is calculating all the risks. It perceives that there is a possibility you could be humiliated, a possibility you might be wrong. Oh, the dreaded fear of being wrong. A number of bad things could happen to you out here. You are exposed. You want to be down here somewhere. So your brain throws a whole pile of adrenaline in your system, a whole pile of cortisol in your system, and suddenly you can't think. That's what puts that invisible barrier up. Every time you are working on something brilliant and you feel like success is just out of reach and you just can't wrap your brain around it. You can't figure it out. That is your brain keeping you in the comfort zone where you're safe. As you set goals for yourself, you really need to let your brain know that it is okay to face this risk. It doesn't know the difference between good risk and bad risk, though. You have to tell it. Remember this? When you had to sit down and make a major decision when you were a teenager and you were told to weigh the pros and the cons. So you're going to weigh the risks versus the rewards. Your brain, without you even thinking about it, is already calculating all kinds of bad, horrible things. What you're going to consciously do to get over this is say, what's the worst case scenario? Worst case scenario. The worst thing that could possibly happen. When you clarify, when you identify, when you articulate that horrible, horrible thing, ask yourself, could I live with that? And if you could live with that, if you think you could overcome that, if that happened, carry on. And then take a look at the potential rewards. What's the best case scenario? If you take this on, this project on, this big goal on, and you succeed, what is the best thing that could happen to you? All right. Public speaking. Worst case scenario, you make a fool out of yourself. Can you recover from that? Probably. It's not lethal. Best case scenario, you're perceived as a leader. People respect you. You gain credibility in their eyes. That could go a long way. I would say that the risk is worth the potential reward. So now, when you made that decision, and here's where people go wrong. They make that decision and then they still play small because they're still worried about the risks. Identify the ways that you can minimize your risks. So you want to minimize your risks and then identify the ways that you can maximize your rewards. That is what you need to set your brain on. Instead of worrying and being locked in fear, now your brain is busy. This is a good thing. If you have set lofty goals for yourself and you have figured out the exact path to those goals, all the steps that you're going to follow, all of the new habits you are going to create to make that possible, then you are minimizing your risks. Work on maximizing those rewards. Do whatever it takes to make your venture a huge success. Don't be afraid of goal setting for 2014. I'm Carol Carter from Get Thrival Training and Consulting. That is it for major barrier number 3 that's keeping smart people stuck, frustrated, and unable to catch a break, which is fear. And I hope that in these 3 videos, you found tools that help you overcome your fears and set goals that are going to propel you into the most amazing year yet. I've got a number of tools underneath this video that can help you set amazing goals for 2014. And I've got a big event coming up, so check that out. Definitely subscribe so that any more information that I come up with on the subject gets to you. I look forward to staying in touch with you in the new year. Have a wonderful holiday season.